put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome back to the Tobago Updates morning show, coming to you here live from the Port Mall in Scarborough, Tobago. Yes, we're supposed to have online with us at this point one of our stars making that appearance here at the Tobago Jazz Festival 2023, coming up here later on in April. Recording artist Vaughnette Bigford. Good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Yes, and how are you doing? How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, I can't complain too much, and if I complain, are you really listening?
Very interesting perspective there. So as we get the conversation started, for those who probably may not be as familiar, quick snapshot. Tell us, who is Vaughnette Bigford?
Oh gosh, that's a deep question this early
Where do
Monday
I start
morning.
this morning?
Yeah, but I'm a musician. I call myself a creative entrepreneur. I've been kind of trotting on and plying my craft in Trinidad and Tobago for the last almost 20 years. Yeah, and that's basically, I mean, generally, I think a few people know me. So for those who don't, I'm available on all the socials. But that's what I say. I'm just a Afro-Caribbean Trini musician, Trinbago musician, I should say. Yeah.
Very modest description there for your achievements in the mix. Tell us about you are set to appear on the Tobago Jazz Festival 2023 lineup. How do you feel about that this year in the mix to be able to connect with your fans and supporters, those who certainly look forward to your music as continued inspiration?
Yeah, well, post-pandemic, I'm telling you, according to Voice, we out and bad post-pandemic. We're so happy to be able to be out plying our trade. So many festivals have opened back and things are back to normal, of course, inverted commas, because of course COVID is still around. But I am really excited at the prospect of being back on the Tobago stage. I was there in, was it 2019 or 2018? But I'm always very happy to be in Tobago. I tell people I have very deep roots in Tobago, so it's always like a sense of coming home for me as well too. So I'm very excited about it.
You're apparently known for is not just your voice that brings that comes to that stage to be able to engage and enhance, but also that style and fashion. Can we look forward to same in terms of your appearance this time around?
Listen to me. I just sleep in lipstick, I just sleep in that fashion. I mean, and it was just by extension. It wasn't a deliberate thing. But I always tell people, especially younger artists, that people form an impression of you before you open your mouth. So the image, as much as it's not all, it's an extremely big part of this business, what you look like and how you present yourself. And I'm not saying that if you're a rock musician, you have to come in a suit, but I'm saying it has to be specific and of course fit in the context of what you do. But image is a really, really big part of entertainment. People are visual creatures. They like to see nice things. So that of course it extended into the brand where it's all about fashion is a big part of it as well. But image is really important. I like to really say that all the time, especially for the younger musicians.
And going beyond music just a bit, based on my research, you seem to also have that side that speaks to, current affairs and current issues. So, I'm going through your socials and I'm seeing you taking the time out there to motivate and encourage our C students. I'm seeing you involved in other initiatives. Tell us a little bit about Vaughnette Bigford beyond just music in terms of really using that art form to connect, in terms of helping and supporting and motivating and encouraging others. How important is that to you?
That is, I tell people there's no separation of Vaughnette Bigford the person and Vaughnette Bigford the artists. I'm a very honest artist and I give people all of me because I think that that's genuinely what people want to see. They don't want an artist that's disconnected. They want to know that they're connected to you somewhat. I tell people, I think every single person on social media think that they're my personal friends. And it's because I make the effort That outreach is really important to me. And apart from that, these are the people who buy tickets to come to my event. So I need to show them the utmost respect. I need to be part of their lives just as much as they're part of my life. So it's there's no disconnect between Vaughnette Bigford the artist and Vaughnette Bigford the human being, Vaughnette Bigford the mother, Vaughnette Bigford the wife, Vaughnette Bigford the female. You understand? So that's where you're gonna see that is one big amalgamation of who I am, and people really honestly receive it as it is. So yeah.
Tell us about the importance with that, and you touched on it there, in terms of that kind of support and family life. So people see the star, people see the artist, but there's also that critical component of support and still being able to function day to day, as you say, in terms of family life. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I tell people that I kind of have been blessed because I have a very supportive family. My husband, who is probably looking at me right now, my husband, who kind of stays in the background most of the time, kind of picks up the slack. And that's kind of really important for you as a creative to be able to be, knowing that there's someone in the back that picks up the slack, because, of course, I have a 9-year-old son. Apart from that, family, I come from a very huge Bigfords from Lekoto, Baileys from Lekoto, but I come from a very huge family unit, and we're all it's a very intrusive bunch, but a very loving, well-grounded bunch that provided a foundation for who I am as a human being. So I tell people, at no point in time in my career did I ever think that I would be plying my craft outside of Trinidad and Tobago. That's how important family is to me, because I always want to be in this space where they are. So I think it's really important to find that balance. Whoever you deem family, you don't necessarily have to be the family that you're born into, but it's very important to have a support system.
All right. So we're looking forward to you upcoming on the jazz stage, but we're also tapping in a little bit. What's in that future lineup, that big goal, something that you're working towards for Vaughnette Bigford, for those who continue to follow you step by step along the way in terms of your journey in this sector?
You know what I tell people, since COVID, I stopped planning too far ahead, because COVID did a number on me. So since COVID, I try to not plan, because I was always like a plan. I want to see what's going to happen in the next 6 months, what's going to happen in the next year. I have since realized this, COVID taught me that sometimes you just have to get up on one morning and say, thank God that I'm up, and plan for the day, because you don't even know if you have the day. But of course, I have my events that I try to curate, the VB experience. That those are the events that I do to cater for what I call my audience, a more mature audience, because I'm at that stage as well too, and possibly a recording. I have absolutely no pressure to do any recording. I tell people I do things on my own time, when I feel the timing is right. And if I have nothing to say right now, then that's exactly what I'm going to say. I'm not going to do something because people feel that it's time for it to be done. I operate on my own schedule, but that's about it. I want to remain happy, healthy, whole, alive. Those are the immediate plans, to be honest.
Excellent. So we look forward to having you on the big stage. How do people connect with you on the socials? Just give us that information very quickly.
Listen, I tell people social media is my job. I'm on Facebook. My name is very unique. It didn't have a next Vaughnette Bigford in the world. So Vaughnette Bigford on Facebook, Instagram. I try TikTok, but that's for young people. It just get me tired. And of course, on my website, www.vaughnetteBigford.com. But I'm on the socials all the time. I tell people social media is where you can get me. I'm very available.
You have reactions coming in here. I suspect people love the very real realness in terms of coming from you. So as we look to wrap this morning's interview, any words you would want to share in closing that excitement for persons who are really looking forward to you on the jazz stage? I mean, feel free to add in a little vocals there if you want to as well. No pressure at all.
You know what? I think the cast is wonderful. I mean, I tell people I'm not aging myself, and I say I'm really into Boys to Men. I'm not aging myself, but I don't hide my age either. I'll be 50 next year, so Boys to Men is like the soundtracks of my life too. You understand? But the cast is wonderful. I like Coffee, and then the addition of the local acts, Sharon, who's my girl. Tony and Terry. I think it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I really want people to come out and support live music, because that is what it's. We can't be on lockdown for 2 years, and when we get the opportunity to come out and support the music, and I'm pleading here with the Tobagonians as well too. My family, so many of my family members live in Tobago. I come from Tobago. All come out and check out the thing, now, man. Come out and support, so that we can have the festival going. There's sustainability in the festival, because we want this to continue.
Thank you so much again. And as one of the viewers is saying on the live, Vaughnette Bigford is an amazing artist. Vaughnette Bigford is my girl, so gifted, so talented. So you know you've already started building up that excitement. Are we going to have to wait till the night, or they're getting a little 15 seconds here to encourage them?
Boy, who does sing in the morning? You see, the time is before 9 o'clock. If I sing here now, nobody can come in to see me on the 23rd.
So
I can't sing in the
they're going to
morning.
just have to wait until that night. Thank you so much, Vaughnette Bigford, for joining us here this morning on the Tobago Updates morning show. And folks, if you weren't sure, you see the energy, you see the excitement. Clearly, being in this industry for her is not just a job. This is life, really enjoying it. And thank you so much for bringing that energy here on the Tobago Updates morning show. Thank you indeed. And we look forward to seeing you on the jazz stage there. Yes, folks, it's the Jazz Festival taking place 2023. And this is the kind of excitement that you can certainly look forward to. I must say, after this interview, she has me and all excited, beyond just what I would have naturally been expecting in terms of that upcoming performance and looking at the cast and the lineup. Viewers, we want to thank you so much, each and every one of you, for the continued love and support here on the Tobago Updates morning show. As well, we want to highlight, just before we wrap this morning, courtesy Sergeant Joseph Jordan, a reminder to each and every one of you out there that there will be a Scarborough District Town Hall meeting taking place on Wednesday, the 5th of April, 2023, and that will be at 6 p.m. at the Fairfield Complex in Bacolet. So that's Scarborough District Town Hall meeting, Wednesday the 5th of April 2023 at 6 p.m. at Fairfield Complex, Bacolet, and that's restoring trust, building and maintaining the partnerships. So they're certainly calling on all residents and environs to ensure that you come out. This is also a gentle reminder, Cindy's Beauty Salon and Fashion. Yes, the sale on products is on today. And that would be wedding accessories, makeups, eyelashes, wigs, weaves, braids, and much more. That's Cindy's Beauty Salon and Fashion. And we want to remind you that's located at lot number 1 Smithfield Plaza. And that will be taking place today from 10 a.m. So remember to connect with them. Also want to take the opportunity to send a quick congratulations. Some photos are coming up from in the chat to the Scarborough Methodist Primary School past students of 1984 and 1985. They would have had the opportunity to do a group visit yesterday at the Scarborough Methodist Church, where they took the opportunity. Imagine being students at the primary school in that time and honoring your teachers, certainly for the commitment that they would have made years ago to groom them into who they are for today. Commendations to all these past teachers that would have certainly made their contribution to the continued growth and development of our society. And by God's grace, they are certainly still going strong. We want to say commendations to each and every one of you, and for taking the time out to recognize these achievements. Indeed, as they say far and wide, a teacher contributed to every success that you see on the stage and every success that you see presenting themselves in some way, form, or fashion. Viewers, we want to thank you so much for the continued love and support and for choosing the Tobago Updates morning show. I'm heading out from here in terms of the Tobago Updates morning show, but we want you to stay tuned. Yes, folks, you are correct, and we're seeing it already. We have coming up Watson Duke. I'm going to connect with him live in Trinidad. Assemblyman Watson Duke, political leader of the Progressive Democratic Patriots. And we look forward to those discussions coming up in our next segment, connecting here with GMT, with Candice. So stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned as we prepare to head on over to GMT. Bye-bye for now.